The president allowed the participants enough time to relax and have a drink of water or juice after the formal introduction was completed. Once finished, everyone looked at the president with anticipation. Understanding the eagerness of all participants to learn about the confidential project, the president smiled and addressed them. It's time we know about EMIB and how we are going to achieve it. EMIB simply means Exploration of Multiverse for Intelligent Being. The 4 scientists present here have a good understanding of it, as they have conducted experiments concerning multiverse travel in their careers. For others it may seem technical, and it is my responsibility to make everything crystal clear by providing you all the necessary information to understand the same. Am I clear? All the participants, including 2 online participants from India, murmured a yes and nodded their heads. Encouraged by their reaction, the president continued, "For years, humans have been trying to find a way to travel to other planets or universes. Leaving aside the fictional stories, movies, and theories, we believe it is possible." Yes, you heard it right. It is possible. The president emphasized the last 3 words and allowed enough time for the message to sink in. The fictions mainly from the Hollywood coined the words time travel, multiverse travel, and teleportation, which are deeply rooted in the minds of common people. However, we do not use those terms, we simply call it realm travel. It may seem unreal to a common man, yet it is our mission to prove that it is possible. Considering the latest advancements in quantum science and spiritual science, we have found a way. Thanks to the futuristic-minded scientists, we have built a super quantum machine and termed it as REALM. REALM stands for Regenerable Energy Aided Labyrinth Quantum Machine. Using this machine, it is very much possible to travel through the multiple realms. As of now, we do not know the names of these realms, and our aim is to find out the same. To put it in simpler words, we have built a super machine and also termed it REALM. This realm is a cubical sphere that measures 18 feet tall and 18 feet wide. Importantly, all the realms travel happens within this machine realm. The president paused for a moment to ensure that his words were being absorbed by all the participants. To his satisfaction, everyone looked attentive and eager to learn more, and he was ready to reveal the confidential information. I am about to disclose confidential information, and I request all of you to keep it to yourselves, as this concerns national security. 2 years ago, just after I took the oath as the President of America, I began working with a few high-class internal scientists to build a realms travel machine. Today, I am proud to announce that we have been successful. About a year ago, Mr. Boris Ivanov from St. Petersburg, Russia sent me a confidential letter with attached documents supporting our mission. He too had successfully built a multiverse travel machine, theoretically, and thought our country could help fund its physical construction. I realized that despite our differences, we share the same mission. Therefore, I am inviting him to join our mission today. The president spoke out looking at Boris with an inviting smile on his face. Allowing a few more seconds. The president continued, "During my research, I discovered that Dr. James and Miss Melina Hans had previously worked on a similar project. Due to personal circumstances, they had to abandon it. I believe their experience and dedication make them valuable additions to our team. Considering the same, I invite both of them to join our hands in this project." Continuing, I also learned about Mr. Ben Becker from Berlin, Germany, and his expertise with machines. I believe his skills will benefit our project, and I invite him to join us. Please note that I do not expect your answers until the end of this meeting. The president took a moment to relax in his chair. James and Hans exchanged a shy glance, while the others pondered their roles in the project. After taking a sip of water, the president carried on. This project requires the expertise of a doctor and a psychologist. After reviewing their backgrounds, I invite Dr. Mark Logan and Dr. Ming Su to join us. Next, considering the fact that safety, security, and martial arts are crucial to this project, I invite Samuel Bard and Mark Kelson. Both have an expertise in a few martial art forms and Secret Service agents' experience at the White House. The president looked at the online screen briefly and addressed again. Now, I understand your surprise at inviting two spiritual masters from India. However, our mission cannot succeed without them. The energy needed for the realm travel machine to work is more than 1.21 gigawatts. In simpler terms, it is too much for us to obtain. Initially, during our research, we explored generating large amounts of energy from sources such as photovoltaic panels and wind turbines, apart from electric energies. Unfortunately, that was not feasible or sufficient. That's when we discovered another source that has been available since the beginning of life on Earth, yet remains untapped, and that is spiritual energy. The president shortly paused to take his spoken words effect on all participants. After being satisfied that everyone is keenly anticipating his next words, the president expressed, regardless of the religion we follow, we all acknowledge the existence of a higher power beyond our understanding. This higher power is referred to by different names in various religions, such as Jesus, Allah, Vishnu, Krishna, Buddha, and others, but the message conveyed by all these deities is consistent. Essentially, every religion promotes living a morally upright life, emphasizing spirituality, mercy, compassion, and assisting those in need. Most importantly, all religions emphasize the importance of upholding human values, choosing good over evil, treating others with kindness, having faith in a higher power, and continuously progressing while worshipping that higher power. Now, returning to spiritual energy, it is crucial to recognize that its primary source is the superpower or super-God. Regrettably, we have not fully utilized this energy to our advantage. Recognizing this, we have decided to harness spiritual energy, and this is where our two spiritual masters from India can assist us. After extensive research in India, we have identified two masters, Sri Ramakrishna Shastri from Bengaluru and Mata Radha Devi from Delhi. I take this opportunity to humbly invite them to join our mission. The president gazed at everyone, allowing sufficient time for his words to sink in.